Diddy was recently dropped by the law firm that was representing him, and then a report came out that it was because Lady Gaga is also represented by the law firm and she pressured them to drop him.
A producer said to me, "Take your clothes off." And I said no.
Lady Gaga is about to step into the courtroom spotlight, facing off against none other than hip-hop mogul Diddy. Yes, you heard that right. The pop icon is prepared to expose some of the darkest secrets from her time with Diddy, revealing a side of the music industry few have ever seen. According to inside sources, this isn't just your typical courtroom drama. Gaga is set to unveil shocking details about manipulation, control, and hidden truths that will shake the foundations of what we think we know. But how did we get here? Lady Gaga's rise to fame has always seemed larger than life, but behind the glitz and the chart-topping hits lies a story of trauma and resilience. One of the most jaw-dropping revelations came during her candid interview with Oprah Winfrey. Gaga opened up with striking vulnerability about her mental health struggles and a devastating trauma that changed her forever. At just 19, she endured an experience so harrowing that the emotional and psychological wounds continue to shape her life today. Now, as she steps into this legal battle, Lady Gaga is not just fighting for justice, she's reclaiming her power, ready to expose a side of the industry most people never knew existed.
So I was raped repeatedly when I was 19 years old, and I also developed PTSD, and
as a result of
being and also not processing that trauma. I did not have anyone help me. I did not have a therapist. I did not have a psychiatrist. I did not have a doctor help me through it. I just all of a sudden became a star and was traveling the world, going from hotel room to garage to limo to stage, and I never dealt with it.
Lady Gaga's meteoric rise to stardom is one of the most iconic in music history. But behind the fame, fortune, and chart-topping hits lies a story of unimaginable pain and personal struggle. She went from a young woman battling deep emotional trauma to a global superstar almost overnight, all while never fully confronting the demons of her past. Gaga pushed through, riding the waves of her career, but the weight of her experiences eventually caught up with her, leading to a harrowing collapse. In a deeply personal interview with Oprah Winfrey, Gaga revealed just how profound her struggles were, describing a full psychotic break brought on by years of pain and stress. It took her years of therapy and medication to recover. For her fans, that interview was a raw glimpse into the mental health battles she's fought behind the scenes, battles that have shaped both her personal life and her professional career. Even as the world saw a powerful, untouchable pop icon, Gaga herself was haunted by the trauma of her past. The scars were still there, hidden beneath the surface, reminding her every day of the pain she once endured. Yet despite the fame, she never shied away from speaking out about her mental health struggles. Her vulnerability has been a beacon of hope for many of her fans, showing them that it's okay to not be okay, that even the biggest stars carry heavy burdens. Her openness has inspired countless people to confront their own pain, but it's also clear that the trauma lingers for Gaga. This deeply personal context of pain and control brings us to the connection between Lady Gaga and Diddy, a relationship that has remained hidden from the public eye for years. While the world knows about Gaga's early struggles in the music industry, few are aware of the role Diddy played during that pivotal time in her life. According to sources close to the situation, Gaga and Diddy were involved in a secret relationship that was far from healthy. The relationship was reportedly toxic and manipulative, with Diddy exerting immense control over Gaga in the same way he's been known to dominate other women in his life, including Kim Porter, the mother of his children. Diddy's reputation for controlling the women around him is no secret, and insiders say that Gaga was no exception. At the height of her early career, Diddy allegedly took over every aspect of her life. Her career, her image, and even her personal choices. His need for control and dominance reportedly extended to every corner of their relationship, making it emotionally suffocating for Gaga. For a woman already battling the trauma of her past, being caught in this toxic dynamic only compounded her emotional struggles. The more successful she became, the more Diddy tightened his grip, leaving her feeling trapped and overwhelmed. But this wasn't just about control. The situation took a much darker turn during a night that Gaga would never forget. According to sources, the breaking point came when Diddy's dark side erupted in a violent incident that shook Gaga to her core. Witnesses claim that during a heated argument at a nightclub, Diddy pulled out a gun and fired shots. The chaotic scene resulted in multiple injuries, with one woman getting hit in the face. Although Diddy managed to dodge serious legal consequences, the emotional fallout for Gaga was devastating. That night, Gaga was locked inside Diddy's car for 15 hours, terrified and unable to escape. The trauma of that night echoed the pain she had already been carrying, bringing everything she had tried to bury to the surface. As the shots rang out and chaos unfolded around her, Gaga realized she had to get out of this situation before it destroyed her. The violence, the control, the manipulation, it had all become too much. That night marked a turning point for her, a moment of clarity in the midst of chaos. She knew she had to break free. In the days that followed, Gaga made the difficult decision to leave Diddy and distance herself from the toxic environment that had been suffocating her. She managed to physically escape, but the emotional scars ran deep. The trauma of that night, combined with the years of control and manipulation she had endured, left a lasting impact on her mental health. Even after she left Diddy, the weight of that relationship continued to haunt her. But Diddy's influence over Gaga may have ended, yet his toxic legacy didn't stop with her. His pattern of controlling women extended far beyond his relationship with the pop star, and many believe that Cassie, the young singer and model, became his next target. Cassie, who bore a striking resemblance to Gaga in her early years, was reportedly Diddy's replacement for Gaga, a woman he could dominate without fear of losing control. Sources say Diddy managed every aspect of Cassie's life, from her career to her personal decisions, much like he had with Gaga. Friends of Cassie have come forward over the years, describing an emotionally abusive relationship that lasted over a decade. Diddy's need for control seemed insatiable, and with Cassie, he had full reign. The emotional manipulation, the control, the dominance, it was all part of a sick game of power. For Lady Gaga, escaping Diddy was a fight for survival. Her journey to reclaim her power has been long and difficult, but as she steps into the courtroom now, ready to confront Diddy, it's clear she's done being controlled. The secrets she's about to reveal may expose not only the darker side of her past, but also the toxic dynamics that have been lurking beneath the surface of the music industry for years. This is no ordinary courtroom drama. This is Gaga's fight for justice, a fight to reclaim her voice, and to finally break free from the shadows of her past.
Cassie confided in me about this incident when I was working with her around this time, around 2016. We were working on her sophomore album, and she told me about this situation. Their relationship was volatile for sure. And you could tell that she was afraid of him, and that there was a lot of control.
Diddy's alleged behavior toward Cassie paints a disturbing picture of a man obsessed with control, seeking to regain the dominance he once had over Lady Gaga. Using his power and influence, he reportedly kept Cassie under his thumb, much like he did with Gaga. Jin Deal, Diddy's former bodyguard, has also shared troubling accounts of Diddy's behavior, describing him as someone who thrives on control and manipulation, using intimidation and fear to keep the women in his life in check. According to Deal, this wasn't a one-time occurrence, but a repeated pattern in Diddy's relationships, suggesting his toxic behavior has persisted throughout his life. With so much at stake, it's no wonder Lady Gaga may be ready to speak out. All eyes are now on the courtroom, where she could potentially testify against Diddy, revealing the truth about their troubled relationship. This legal battle could be the moment Gaga finally exposes Diddy's darkest secrets, not only about their time together, but also about the controlling behavior he exhibited toward other women, like Cassie. Many believe that Gaga's testimony could contain explosive revelations, ones that might not only damage Diddy's career, but also shed light on the long history of manipulation he's been accused of. With Diddy recently facing legal troubles and survivors stepping forward, the call for Gaga to speak her truth has grown louder. Fans and supporters are urging her to use her platform to give a voice to women who may not have the same opportunity, hoping her testimony could help bring justice to those harmed by Diddy's actions. Gaga, who has always been vocal about her struggles and a supporter of other survivors, may now be in a position to help take down Diddy's abusive empire once and for all. The question is, will she drop the bombshells that could end his reign for good?
Gaga gave Grubman Shire an ultimatum. Drop Diddy or I'm leaving.
Social media has been buzzing with posts urging Lady Gaga to show solidarity with other women, especially Cassie, who have allegedly suffered under Diddy's control. One user commented, "Stand your ground, Lady Gaga. Truth and justice are coming for the puppet masters at the top." Another wrote, "I never knew about her personal traumas and her later work helping victims. I'm truly impressed." The third added, "God bless you for caring about others." Many believe that by testifying, Gaga could support victims like Cassie and help dismantle the toxic power structures Diddy has been accused of maintaining for years. Fans are calling on her to use her platform for justice, recognizing the strength she's shown in sharing her personal story. However, not everyone agrees. Some users believe Gaga should remain silent, arguing that she has already shared enough of her trauma with the world and doesn't owe anyone more of her personal pain. They point out that her mental health has been fragile in the past, and reliving such a dark chapter could cause more harm than good. These supporters emphasize that the decision to speak out should be entirely hers, and that she shouldn't be pressured into a courtroom battle unless she feels ready. Regardless of what Gaga decides, the truth seems bound to come out eventually. But the question remains, will Lady Gaga expose Diddy's dark secrets in court? Let us know your thoughts in the comments, and stay tuned for more updates. If you're hungry for even more explosive details, make sure to check out our next video. We've got shocking revelations coming your way.